Hi, Prem. Thank you for joining us for this interview at the India Global Business. Welcome to the interview. Uh, Pontaq has been a cross-border innovation fund that invests in early stage startup, and I'm sure it has become now the poster boy of the UK-India relationship when it comes to innovation, startups, and technology. Tell us more about the fund. Tell us more about your journey so far, and what made you become the poster boy for this.
First of all, thanks, Param, for giving the opportunity. I thought I was the only one who does early mornings, but looks like I do have company right now, having had this interview at 7 in the morning. But so thanks for making time. Right. I mean, from a poster boy, I didn't think that we were actually prepared for that. I don't think we should be the only ones. There should be far more people coming out there because the strength of relationship existing between UK and India goes back multiple decades. And I'm only fortunate both to the Almighty and to my colleagues and to the support of the people across that we have been able to come this far. But everything started with with one single question in my head in terms of what is my purpose in life. As I navigated through the streets of London, having lived here for many years since 2005. That led to many subsequent questions, and eventually translated into a point of where I decided I should become an entrepreneur in order to back fellow entrepreneurs and innovation, and subsequently leave a larger legacy behind. At which point in time, it was self-inquisition, and when one looks at a clean slate of paper, and you can sketch whatever you want. So that led to the identification of opportunities that existing between UK and India.
Okay.
And as what we would have understood is India has undergone or is undergoing a major market transition.
Absolutely.
What was previously in manufacturing, percolated into IT services with the invention of or introduction of telecoms and internet, it has just gone way beyond our comprehension, and every single sector is booming under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister. And as it continues to grow, what really translates is the gestational period of this market transition is coming down in each form, in each particular sector. And India is really accelerating in terms of the technology, but there's a continuous need of technology which is far superior in order to cater to data handling, in terms of security, in terms of B2B specific technologies per se. At which point in time, back then in 2014, 2015, where the B2B technology estate was still evolving within India, we found out that there was an inherent need to bridge this need versus the supply. And that's where the value economy of UK and the rich IP took my interest. And also the volume economy of India also kind of piqued my interest. And what is just being typical, India being perceived as an outsourcing center purely for cost benefit analysis, I thought that needs to change because India is a huge market, driven by greatest technology innovations, driven by greatest market transitions, and the length and breadth of demand that is had. There's far more opportunities for businesses in the West to go to India and create a revenue channel for themselves. And the rest is history. All we did was identify such UK businesses in UK, which wanted to go into India and then subsequently scale. And funnily enough, not many people in the businesses that we invested in did have India in their radar.
Okay.
Exactly. That was way back in 2015, right? So they considered India as a pure play outsourcing center. Okay. But the minute we came in, we explained what the opportunities were and how they can scale. Their eyebrows had to raise, and
absolutely,
naturally we became the partner of choice. So fast forward 6 years since 2015 of our establishment, we got lucky to say that we were the first ever UK India fund in history. Pure coincidence, nothing charted. And we started investing initially in fintech and smart cities tech, which is a combination of wastewater, transport, and energy, investing in UK businesses and took them to India. That worked well. And subsequently, as India evolved and Indian entrepreneurs in the B2B segment were absolutely growing well, we had to find opportunities for them to go global and create renowned market share, and also the fact that they have also to attract more FDI into India. So at which point in time, it made sense to invest in Indian businesses and scale them into UK and beyond. And I think it has been a wonderful journey. Pleased to say that, came with absolutely nothing. As of now, proud to say and pleased to say that we have created over 1,500 jobs between UK and India.
Jobs is something that is a key parameter for success of funds as well as businesses that are pollinating cross-border.
No, absolutely, because without jobs, I don't think anything exists, because I would rather, in our partner forums, or internal general partner forums, we have a very key measure, which we call what is the value creation, and the value creation's prima facie KPI is jobs, and what we call sustainable jobs. And we had a lot of internal inquisitions and debates about that. And the fundamental factor is, if you have a sustainable job portfolio, then that means your portfolio is doing well, and jobs times X is revenue times Y is valuation, and valuation percentage is your NAV and returns to the investor. So we focus on sustainable jobs creation, so that the execution capabilities, the product market fit, and everything is established under good economics. And that drives good amount of jobs, and which translates into the benefits that we want to reap and also deliver in terms of the broader economy. So yes, so we have jobs creation as a major element as part of managing our asset class.
That's really nice to know. And the journey's been fantastic as well. Could you share more in terms of numbers, if possible, in terms of how many businesses have you currently invested into, both in India as well as in the UK, and what are the sectors in which these operate?
Yeah, so we have so far made very calculative investments, and about 14 of them in total, between UK and India, of which 10 of them are in the UK and 4 of them are in India. And we have successfully managed to cross-pollinate them. But the good thing is, all the portfolio companies, we were actually scared during the pandemic, but zero failures in the portfolio despite
That's
COVID.
really nice to know, because the pandemic has been a very crucial period where we've seen good companies fail as well.
Yeah, I think we have been fortunate enough, and I would thank the sheer perseverance of the founders to navigate the system. So net, interestingly, we took stock last month as part of our half-yearly review. Our portfolio companies collectively have raised over $250 million in follow-on capital. So for someone who just started extremely small with absolutely no identity, and having seen the portfolio, it's like your own babies grow and secure about $500 million of capital and drive economic value is a very significant feeling. So it has been good. So portfolio companies are doing well in sectors of fintech and smart cities, and continues to grow.
And all the hard work and the success that you just talked about is reflecting in the recent announcements that Pontaq made about the MOU that you signed with the Software Technology Parks of India, or STPI, which is an organization under the Ministry of Information and Technology. Tell us more about the MOU. What does it mean for startups both in the UK and in India, and where do you go from here?
I think we are extremely pleased and honored to be associated with STPI under the leadership of Dr. Omkar Rai. Essentially, as you know, STPI was one of the key agencies to create TCS and Infosys and Wipro and what have you, and they've done they've delivered significant value in the new era of the innovation country. They have reinvigorated themselves to really support startups. And the plan for STPI, as I understand it, is to create about 28 centers of innovation across India, across multiple sectors. from fintech through to medtech, agri-tech, IoT, AI, imagery, and embedded systems, and so on and so forth. So all of this either software or software-powered hardware technologies. So when about 13 of them have already been commissioned and 8 more are approved, and I'm hearing that they will be deployed by end of the year, if not early next year. And so the intent is basically to identify such companies, and from the length and breadth of India. When I say length and breadth, what is pleasing for me is tier 1 all the way through to tier 4, grassroots level innovation. And then identify such companies and groom them through the various incubation and acceleration centers. So as part of that, STPI has come up with a fund to support these companies on seed stage and to grow them, about 300 of them in the next 5 to 10 years, to drive significant economic value and creation of jobs. And I'm pleased that we have been appointed as the fund manager to be able to deliver that on behalf of STPI.
Is this only Indian companies that you would be looking at, or if there are companies from the UK which are wanting to set up in these software technology parks, would you be interested in working with them as well?
At this moment in time, the mandate that we have is to invest only in Indian businesses.
Right.
Not from length and breadth of India, as part of this cornerstone investment that we have secured from STPI. But we do have some future opportunities through which we aim to support companies from the UK to going into India with the support of STPI as the situation may arise, and then further strengthen the UK-India corridor.
So from a thought that you had way back when you moved to this country, and over the years that you saw while going around the streets, as you said, to the MOU that you signed now, from being there at forums that matter in the UK-India corridor, you've seen it all. So what's next for Pontaq, and what do you think would be the next big thing that we might look out for from the Pontaq channels?
I think fundamentally, we have now grown as a 6-member executive team, 3 in India, 2 in the UK, 1 in the US. When we won this, the first thing that we did was we were jokingly saying, should we all order each a couple of more pairs of shoes? Because we're going to walk the streets a lot more and deliver more value. And there's a lot of work done. So having said that, I think the plan is very simple. It is UK-India prima facie. It is to drive economic growth. We have a very clear task in our heads. Number one is amongst the portfolio within the current India fund under the cornerstone investment of STPI. The question that we have asked ourselves is, can we deliver a cumulative enterprise value of 20,000 crores or 2 billion sterling? And through that, can we deliver anywhere from 15,000 to 40,000 jobs in the UK-India corridor? This is through fostering joint R&D, joint go-to-markets, joint relationships, and so on and so forth. Right. So that's on the India front. And as we continue to do that, I think Indian companies would want to establish their presence in the UK and grow and look to the UK as the entry point towards the West, and in the US, and where we have partners in the US, and we continue to expand. So that is on the export side of things, on the India to the world. On the other way, which is the import into India, the intent over the next few years is to mirror this fund in the UK, like what we originally had as plan, and subsequently raise a similar fund, invest into UK businesses, and continue to bring companies into the into India, and then drive economic growth. So purely around innovation exchange, cross-border technology pollination, and driving value, which is in alignment. I think we just got lucky again, wherein aligned with the 10-year strategic roadmap that the 2 prime ministers have inked earlier this year, and we just couldn't be happier.
Absolutely. And with not just the roadmap, but also the free trade agreement, which is around the corner as well, and the much talked about free trade agreement, I'm sure that funds like yours would definitely see better days and would be able to achieve what you just set out. Thank you for joining me this morning, and we look forward to hearing more good news from you.
Absolutely. I mean, I just have one closing remark, Param. You know, when I came into this country, I just had two things. Number one is 25,000 rupees and in my pocket, and credibility that my dad said is important. So I'm not the greatest of the people in terms of IQ. One appeal to the rest of the population and the budding youngsters and learned corporate execs and out there is, if I can do it, we can all do it. So please, let's make this UK-India corridor much more successful and much more powerful as an example to the rest of the nations in the world, and drive significant economic growth. And if there's anything that I can do at any point in time, please feel free to reach out to me. And once again, thank you very much, Param, for the help and the opportunity, as always. Lovely to talk to you.